The whole 7 hours gone, and the rest of the day is all for nothing. No one doesn't know what to do. They just do whatever they want. Talk, studying again. Kyondo, somehow he has all the time to do all the stupid pranks. I mean, I did see Tugami-san, all covered in paint. Poor thing. And their white suit is ruined. It looks expensive. Well, hopefully they have his extra spares. Maybe. I'm just so tired of feeling like this. I don't know what else to do anyway. In the school, I'm like prey. I'm just a tiny little bunny ready to be hunted. And the maze is filled with lions and tigers and bears, oh my. But I don't know what to do. I know I'm smart and I can actually outsmart them, but at the same time I can't because there are two that are known to be very smart. Way smarter than me. And I can't even hold a conversation up for 5 minutes, which is a bummer and a skill issue. I'm not supposed to be in a very prestigious school. The only school I'm actually good in is my old school, Fair Mindu Kran School. From that very letter that I had just for any announcements, everyone is treating me differently. And I was never the same. I'm not used to that kind of treatment. And it felt like the support was not real. They're only supporting me because I am perfect for society itself. As a person with insomnia, you tend to be a night owl. It's a shame that we can't see the night sky through our windows. I would love to see the sky being covered with a starry blanket while the world just says goodnight to the sun and says hello to the moon. It just feels like a dream that you don't want to wake up from, which is pretty weird. It seems that the entire universe had heard my wishes right when there's a sudden knock on my door. Hold on, I got you. Hey, Juvia, is it? Yeah, that's me. You're Makoto Naegi? Yes, I am. Sorry, Makoto, but this is past curfew. You cannot be here. Mono-chan, leave him alone. Let him go. But Mistress... No! Fine, come right in. I'll leave you alone. Why not make him comfortable? Fine, I'll make him some tea. What brings you here, Makoto? Well, I was wondering about you. You've been acting really strangely since it all started, even after the rules have been explained by Mono-chan. Well, let's just say I became too familiar of this. What do you mean by that? You heard of the Cram Skull Massacre, right? Oh my god, yeah, that was terrible. It was scary. I was that last survivor of that tragedy. Oh my god, I am so sorry. Well, the city isn't, and that's fine. I'm used to it anyway. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. You never deserved that. How do you know that I don't deserve it? I just know. Just by looking at you, you've been through so much, and you still remain strong. You are smart, amazing, filled with life, and I do hope that together we can get out of this game. And I have my faith on you. You are the greatest person that I could ever meet. Yeah, sure, we've never been friends before, but I have faith in it. You are amazing, and I'm glad that you exist. Aw, that's the most sweetest thing you ever said, Makoto. Thank you. Butterfly pea flower and bluebell tea. Would you like lemon with that? Yes, thank you very much. Well, I hope you enjoy the tea, because according to my knowledge, well, if I remember correctly. This is one of the most rarest teas to ever own. Costs about millions of dollars just to own one bag. I know, it's hard to believe, but it's true. Mmm, so nice. And it just runs down your throat. It sure does. Due to its nature, it does bring you a nice, tranquil feeling inside. Well, I think it tastes delicious. Thank you. Thank you so much for the tea, Juvia. And please remember, you are the greatest person I ever met. Never forget that. I really appreciate that. I'll take that to heart, Makoto. You may be the ultimate Milky student, but you made me feel lucky to be here. Good night. Good night. As I lay in bed, my mind is still buzzing with the excitement of my earlier conversation with Naegi. I couldn't help but think about the kindness he had shown me. The way he had opened his heart to me, even though he barely knew me, was truly humbling. And yet, in that moment, I felt a sense of calm wash over me, as if I finally found someone who truly understood me. It was as if all the walls I had built up around myself had crumbled, and I was finally ready to let someone in. Despite my reservations, I realized that I was eager to see Naegi again. I wanted to talk to him, to learn more about him, to understand why he was so willing to help me. I knew that it wasn't just his kindness that drew me to him, but also his strength and determination. He was a shining light in a dark world, and I desperately wanted to be close to him. No. Fuck that. No. So as the night wore on, I tossed and turned in bed, unable to sleep. My mind was full of Naegi's words, and I couldn't shake the feeling that my life could truly change for the better if I just let him become my mutual friend. But even as I entertained these thoughts, I couldn't help but feel cautious. I had been hurt many times before, and I was hesitant to open myself up to Naegi in case he turned out to be like those who came before him. Still, I couldn't ignore the longing in my heart to see him again, to talk to him, and to learn more about him. As I lay there, struggling to sleep, I made a decision. I would talk to Naegi again in the morning, and I would be more open with him. I wouldn't let my past experiences dictate my future, and I would give him a chance to prove himself. I felt a sense of determination wash over me, and for the first time in a long time, I felt hopeful. Well, here's to the future. My future.
Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
I woke up to the sound of Monokuma's voice over the intercom calling out a cheery good morning to the entire class. My first thought, what does he want now? As I lay there in bed, the realization that I'm still stuck in this school with this annoying little bear was too much to bear. No pun intended. I sat up in bed and annoyed by the whole entire situation. Let me guess, he wants to waste our time with some dumb announcement again. Despite my annoyance, there was one good thing about starting my day alongside the bear's annoying voice. Seeing Byakuya again. It felt like old times when I would spend the time making breakfast and he's always the first person to be awake each morning. I smiled to myself, despite my frustration. A few small bits of nostalgia could help make even this lousy bear's morning greetings bearable. Those cozy mornings of having breakfast ready for him by the time he woke up. Those calm moments before his overbearing personality took over throughout the day. I miss those moments, but they all passed by so quickly. Now I'm in school with people who treat each other like strangers in a ghost town saloon. I still had to spend another day cooped up with Monokuma and his disgusting wife. Walking out of my room was like coming out of my coffin, and I wasn't even dead yet. And at the corner of my golden eye, I saw someone wearing a white suit, looking just like Hades himself. Might as well greet him in the most hospitable way. I know I'm not supposed to, but it's forced to happen and it feels right. Barker. They greeted me with an arrogant gaze, just like Hades. Howdy to you, Tagami. How'd you slip? They shrugged their shoulders and made sure that their gaze had the same arrogance and authority just like him. Well enough, I suppose. Well, that's good. I thought that you would have had a terrible sleep from being victim into that paint trap. Pink ain't your color. A quiet laugh left her throat. He's pretty amused of my humor. What can I say? I am skilled at small talk. Pink is most certainly not my color. The culprit who considered this a warning. I do not take humiliation lightly. You're dadgum right. If he did that to me, I'd be hunting him down like a Gishin. I'm impressed. I didn't take you as someone who would be this vindictive. Only if the time is right. I don't take rude guests who like to make stay sour. I approve your sentiment. The culprit will be punished accordingly. Now, is there something you need, or do you just wish to chat? Nah, just doing my morning routine. I greet my guests, ask about their night, and make them comfortable for their stay. They nodded about what I said. They seemed to be interested about my positive way and my attitude. But I know that they wouldn't admit it out loud. But they sure do look unconvinced about what I do. It seems like your morning routine is filled with unnecessary interactions. What's the point in such pleasantries? That felt offensive about what they said, but I'm not gonna blame them. I had guests who were like that too. But I don't want to tell them. Not yet, at least. I just do it 'cause it feel right. If I change it, it's a stampede of buffalo. I feel relief wash over me as they chuckled. My creative poetry never ceased to entertain people, not even my guests. Even with the comparisons are always interesting. That's a very specific analogy. Well, it's an interesting morning routine, I shall say. I must say, you are much more friendlier than I thought. Oh, why, thank you, sugar. I take the compliment to heart. You're welcome. Now, if you don't have anything important to say, I will carry on with my normal activities. One down. Many to go? Good gravy. This is like the biggest mansion yet, but this is a school. Well, I don't mind. I love a challenge. Oh dear. Oh, this is very concerning. Toptak looks distressed. He's been looking through his monopad for a long time. Maybe about 15 minutes if I counted right. Toptak, what's wrong? What's eating you? What? Nothing is eating me. I'm not that edible. Come on, Juvia, you're not a novelist. What is bothering you? You seemed pretty stressed. Nothing is bothering me, Juvia. No need to worry. Come on, Tok Tok. I'm your friend. I can help you out if you need to. There is nothing you can be concerned about. I am fine and I can handle it. I was just doing a simple roll call of all of our classmates. It seems that one of them is tardy. Which one? Naegi Makoto from class 78. Wait, Naegi-san? Tardy? I guess his luck has been turned around. He is the ultimate lucky student. Aside from Komaeda. I take the blame, Tok Tok. He was in my room last night. What? A girl and a boy? Sleeping in a room together? That's unwholesome! We weren't sleeping in one same bed. We were just talking. Ooh, so you had the hots for Clover Boy, huh?
Shush! No, he was concerned for me. He came over to my room so we can actually talk and mingle a bit. And he was the nicest person I ever met.
Oh, so you found a better person than the fucking pricks here.
Talk Talk, I think he's still sleeping in. But I can go and wake him up. No, this is not your task. No, it's my responsibility. I was the reason why he stayed up late. I'm not supposed to. And plus, it's against the rules, remember? Around 10, we supposed to be in bed? Oh, yes. Go ahead. But be careful. I will. I promise.
And the trick of being the Good Samaritan has won again. I am surprised that it still works no matter what. Good grief. The empty hallways of the dormitory are quiet. The footsteps echo, and the subtle anxiety grows in me as I approach my classmate's room. The worry of messing up a potential friendship fills me, and the silence feels deafening.
Okay. Just polite as possible.
A knock at the door breaks the silence, and I pause, waiting for an answer before trying the handle. I knock on the door again, and the lack of response only increases my anxiety. I wait silently for a moment before trying the handle. It slides open smoothly, and I peek in. The bed was untouched, and the room was empty. I hesitantly entered the room and began looking around for clues to where he might have gone. My steps are silent, but my anxiety grows by the moment. I tried to look for clues as to where he went and why he left in such a rush that he didn't take the time to even make his bed. I glanced up to notice the bathroom door is left slightly ajar, but the light inside remains off. The silence becomes deafening as the open door creates a strange atmosphere of uncertainty. I glance inside, looking for any clue to where he is. My steps grow lighter as my mind fills with uncertainty, and I try to control my breathing to remain calm.
Naegi-san?
As I enter the bathroom, I quickly turn on the light, out of fear for what I might see. When my eyes adjust and my sight becomes clear, I see my worst fears realized. My mind is filled with so much turmoil, and I feel my own breath become shallow and quick.